Hello Capricorn, and welcome back to Board with Everything. I'm so glad that you are here. This reading will be for the week of the 8th month, February, year 2026. Spirit, what do you have for Capricorn for the week of February 8th, 2026? Remember, this is a general reading. I ask you to please like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more. And also comment if this resonates with you. Please comment below. Talk to me. I'll talk back. And also, you can look in my description box if you want a personal reading or me as your life coach. All right. Spirit of love and light, we invite you in, as you know, to talk to Capricorn about what's needed, what they need to know. Any message you have for Capricorn for February 8th, 2026. Okay, let's get started with your reading, Capricorn. Once again, thank you for being here. Unless Spirit says different, it'll be 3 cards. And we'll clarify if needed. Okay, that was a lot of cards. All right, let's try this again. That one almost shuffled, not quite. That's the 4 of Cups. 2 of Wands. That was a ton of cards. The Chariot. What is the overall message for this reading? 6 of Pentacles. The card underneath is the Emperor. All right, let's place these here. Okay, so we have the 4 of Cups, right? So basically what I'm hearing, Capricorn, is don't get wrapped up in your thoughts about your present situation to where you miss out on an opportunity that Spirit is giving you. Now, when we say Spirit is giving you, what we mean is there can be an idea that comes to you that you may need to use. There could be, I'm seeing like a screw. So there could be a piece missing to the puzzle that's causing you to be puzzled. And then all of a sudden you get this download or this idea to help you with whatever it is that you need to keep moving forward. You don't want to miss out on that because you're so focused on the problem, basically. And I'm seeing it happen in my head. So what you don't want to do is get caught up in chaos, because you've talked to different people and there's so many ideas coming to you that you lose focus on what you initially were trying to do, and you start thinking about the words that they have placed in your head. So you don't want to miss Spirit on that, because there's so much chatter going on in your head that you don't hear the soft voice of the download or whatever it is that Spirit is telling you. So be mindful of how much you tell to people. Better yet, it's just best to stop talking and say, you know what, I figured something out, or you know, I'm going to try things a different way. And then, you know, when people say, well, what have you decided to do, or what are you going to try, blah, 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 you can say, so I don't know, I'm still trying to put it together, but I'll let you know when I have something. And a lot of times that stops people from asking questions, because when you can't articulate something, you can't tell it. But then I'm hearing a person say, well, if you tell me some of it, I can help you with it. And you just say, well, you know what, right now I can't even verbalize it because it hasn't come together in my head yet, but I'll let you know. And if you just want to give a brief overview, because let's remember you were once talking about it, you can just say, well, it's something on the lines of this, but I don't know, I figured it out. And then just change the subject. So you can say on the lines of, well, it's something on the lines, I think I need to change this, blah, 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 but I'll figure it out. So how are you doing today? So what's going on in your life? Change it to that person. Get it off of you real fast, because sometimes we don't, just being a Capricorn, sometimes you can be straightforward, but at the same time, you can be highly intuitive to where you can feel the feelings of other people's thoughts. You can feel their emotions, even stuff that they will always deny that is true. You can, sense the truth. So you don't want to come off as a person that's being straightforward and none of your business. I understand that. So that's why I was given like certain options of how you can, say a little something to make it seem like you're not closing off, none of your business, and move to, hey, so how's it going for you? Remember what you were telling me about whatever, and let them talk. Okay, that way they don't ask any more questions, and then when the conversation is over, it's over, and you got out scot-free from that. But don't let anything get in your head to get you off of what it is that you're working on. This new thing that you're working on, to where you miss out on new ideas that are from spirit, your higher self, source. You don't want to miss out on the new opportunities because you're caught up in whatever's going on. And then we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands basically is believing in yourself. Okay? Choosing which direction you need to go in, and you stick with that. That's going back to this Four of Wands. When I said don't let people, get into your head, don't let things get into your head that shouldn't be there, that goes against what it is that Spirit has told you, or whatever that great idea is that you have. Believe in yourself. Be bold about yourself. Be bold about whatever it is that you're trying to do, because remember, especially if it's something that you're selling, you cannot sell a product as if it's a trustworthy product if you don't trust in it yourself, right? So believe in yourself, because whatever you're developing, and I see the word entrepreneurship, whatever it is you're developing, if you don't believe in you, who else is going to believe in you? Because you are who they see first. The representative of the company, of the product, is who people see first. And now people go as far as looking up people on Facebook, trying to figure out owners, looking at faces. Because I don't know if you know this, Capricorn, which I believe some of you do. You can look at a person's picture and read the picture. Some people can do it. I know I can. A lot of people will send me a picture of someone that they potentially want to date, and they would send me the picture and say, hey, can you read this picture? And so even though some people may not be 100% when it comes to reading a picture, they get enough to know if they're curious to move on, or they're like, no. So be mindful of that as well. Represent yourself well, because behind the product is you. Okay? In front of the product is you. Beside the product is you. You have to believe in yourself in order for others to believe in you too. So don't get caught up in all of this stuff that's happening. Put your efforts in you, in this product, in this business, in these contracts, whatever it is that you deliver. You believe in you to deliver. Then we have the Chariot. And it says you have success in the face of difficulty. I like this card. See, with the Chariot card, what is always meant deep down inside is focus. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. And I know I mentioned Deuteronomy in one of my other readings. I think the last one that I just did. Deuteronomy 28. I used to read that like all the time. We went to, years ago, we were doing a financial study. And we read Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. And I believe we were told to read it 11 times in the morning, 11 times at night. And it got scary because the words pictures started dancing off the page. And I threw my Bible because it scared the crap out of me. I had read it so much and meditated in it. And basically it was like going after other guys to serve them. Don't look to the left, don't look to the right. I like this Chariot card because you don't need to look to the left or right for anything. The success is already within you, or you wouldn't be feeling the way that you do, Capricorn. That success is already there. You just need to tap into it. You need to stay focused on you, okay? Don't go into your head because of what naysayers say or what other people say. And this could be your friends too. Don't go in your head based on what they're saying. Stick to what you know. Believe in yourself. Stay focused on yourself, because let me tell you something. When I say friends, your friends can have the best intentions for you, but they don't know your journey. You hadn't even been able to articulate your journey. Look at my last reading, the one before this one. I told you all that I was in a state. I couldn't even explain anything. And as I was doing a reading, I couldn't explain it then either. But great things are coming towards you. And you cannot articulate where you are because it's not your business. Right now, what's your business is staying focused on your assignment at hand. That's what it is. You stay focused on the assignment at hand. Make sure you are open to receiving downloads, and make sure you clear out all of the messages that others gave you. Because a lot of times, your loved ones can lead you astray because they're doing things based on what they see. You can talk to them all day, but they're going to do things based on what they see. Okay? They're going to say, as a matter of fact, there was a scripture where Jesus, and guys, I'm not religious at all, but I did used to, study. Well, I still do. I study a lot of different religious cultures, and I study a lot of spiritual stuff. And so to be more relevant, there was a part where Jesus was saying that, and I'm paraphrasing, you can't really do work where people know you. Because they're going to say, isn't that just a carpenter's son? And I edit the word just, but isn't that just the carpenter's son? Like, he cannot do anything else but carpentry. So why should we listen to him? Right? So when people know you, you can't really do or say or help them, because they're going to minimalize you to just that thing. So when people are trying to give you advice, it's based on that thing. They don't know the gifts inside of you. And that's why, and I'm not trying to sell anything here, but that's why I'm an effective life coach, because I have to go off of my intuition. I hear what's being said to me and what's not being said to me. And if a person repeats the same thing over and over and over, I know that's something significant that I need to zone in on. And I like for a person to be completely open and honest with me, no judgment, because that's how we get to the problem, and that's how we fix it with a solution. Because as my motto says, if there's no solution, there's no problem. The only reason why there is a problem is because there was something that was once fixed that is now broken. That's it. So everything is fixable. If it's not fixable, it's not broken. Okay? And that's something that God gave me when I first started my business, the Solution Counter. Okay, so that's why I love the Chariot card, because even in the face of adversity, you still can be successful. In the face of adversity, you still have options. Even though your back may feel like it's against the wall, the front part of you see a wall trying to close in on you, you still have a way out. You still have purpose. You still can get that success you want. There has been not one successful person that received that success without some type of hazard. Even people born into success has hazards, and honestly, they're truly not successful. It's something that they inherited. If they were to lose it, they would not know how to get it back, because they did not have to put out to receive. Their families put out to receive. So when you receive your abundance, Capricorn, see, this is going somewhere. When you receive your abundance, Capricorn, the overall message, that's why I said this is going somewhere. When you receive your abundance, Capricorn, you know how to continue the abundance. You know the way to balance things. You understand balance, the equal give and take. You understand that you reap what you sow. You understand that when you give love out, love comes back. Even if love doesn't come back from some people, you know that it's time to move. You know when it's time to stay. You have very sensitive spirit. You're highly intuitive. You are the sea goat. The sea is intuition. It's water. So you're a highly intuitive being, and then you're the goat. You're very grounded. So you're intuitive and grounded. This is why you can understand the needs of people. This is why you attract narcissists. You attract people who like to manipulate. You have what people who are going through hard times need. You have exactly what they need. That's why you attract them. That's exactly why you attract them. It could be in relationships, like friendship, romantic, business, but you attract people that need. And I know it's frustrating, but you have to remember, you are the sea goat. You have what the world needs, Capricorn. You understand. You know how they say violence beget more violence? I want you to read that. Can you see it? Success begets more success. You understand that. But here's the thing, Capricorn. I want you to be like the King of Pentacles. Understand where you're giving that to. Understand who you're giving that to. Understand, like, there are foundations out here you can give to, and the money goes right into the owner's pocket, the CEOs, the workers. It doesn't go to the people that they claim to help. There are some foundations that are not even real anymore that used to be. Okay? So when it comes to sharing, there's still a responsibility. Understand who you're giving it to. And right now what I'm seeing is homeless people standing on the side of the road. Okay? So you have homeless people standing on the side of the road that are real, that really do need help. They want help. And then you have some standing on the side of the road that they're expecting someone to give them money so they can go get something to eat or they can go get something to drink. And we know what we're talking about when we say drink. Okay, they're not looking to come off the street because people are handing them money. So understand who you're giving it to. Be very discerning. Ask all the questions, because if someone is coming to you for a loan or for money or for help, you have the right to ask questions to find out where it's going to. Because here's the thing. I don't know if you all have read Mary Kay Baxter's book, The Divine Revelation of Hell. It's a really good book and it's a very fast read. Okay, there was one person in the Bible, in that book, that said this lady was asking for money for her kids, to get her kids something to eat. He said, I knew she did drugs, so I did not give her money because I knew she would go buy drugs. And he was in hell, so he didn't understand why he was in hell. Okay, this is all the stuff she claimed to have seen in hell when she went. And I will say that there have been times, there's been 2 times where I have visited myself. I'm a very spiritual person. I have visited, have walked through. So some of the stuff in her book was real to me. And the reason why her book was recommended for me is because I had someone that I talked to and I told them about an experience I had where I thought I was sleeping in a dream and I wasn't. So that's happened a couple of times, but some of the stuff in her book was real to me. And this smoke is coming towards me, guys. And as I told you before, it's about spiritual guidance when the smoke comes into your face from your incense. And it definitely just came to me. So we're on to something, Capricorn. But this guy did not understand why he was in hell, because he did not give her money to go get drugs. Even though she was, in his eyes, lying to him about buying food for the kids. So the answer for this situation, if this ever happens to you, Capricorn, is if you really want to help someone, it's okay to ask questions, because you could easily say, here, I will go get the food for your kids. Now, you've avoided giving that mom money if you think that that mom is going to buy drugs, and you fed the children that were in need. And that's happened to me. I was in a part of Texas, and there was a little kid standing outside. And I felt something when I walked past him to go into the gas station. And I myself, I was very dehydrated. I was sick. It's the first time I've ever been dehydrated. So I didn't understand it. My lips were peeling and everything. I totally did not understand it. And I went inside. This lady was at the gas pump. When I pulled up, she saw my face in a car. And as I was pumping the gas, she said, girl, you look so miserable. I'm thinking, who made you mad? And heck, let me pump your gas for you. And I told her, I said, and I'm not good with talking with strangers, just like out and about in a personal manner right off the top. But I was led to say, I just feel really, really tired. And I don't know why, and I'm very thirsty, but nothing's working. And I said, and my lips are peeling. When I said my lips are peeling was cute to her to tell me what to buy in the store, which was those electrolyte drinks or electrolyte drinks in the gas station. So I went in, I walked past the little boy because I was just going to get gas and go home. I walked past the little boy that was sitting outside. And I had food already from another restaurant. And as I was sitting outside, as he was sitting outside, I was inside and I was getting those drinks because I desperately needed the drinks. It was so hard. We had just done a panel for domestic abuse, which I have been in, and I'm fully healed from that. So I was on a panel and I was going home, but it was very difficult for me. Because I kept my mask on, and this was during COVID. I kept my mask on so no one could see my lips, really, because we took the mask off, but not me. So anyway, I kept feeling something about this little boy. And I was going to give him my food that I purchased. And I heard Spirit say, don't you give him leftovers. That's my child. Don't give him leftovers. So when I came outside, I looked at the little boy, and I went and got my vehicle from the gas pump, and I pulled up to the front, and I said, hey, because sometimes you have to sit with what you feel before you do it. And I said, hey, are you hungry? He said, yes, ma'am. Now, here's the thing about that. I said, come in and get whatever you want. Don't ask any questions to me. Get what you want, get what you need. And I'll be right here waiting. I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable. So as he was shopping, he came to me. He said, can I get 2 hot dogs, please? And I said, yeah, get whatever you want. He went to get a drink. He looked at me. He said, can I get a drink? This was an indication to me that this little boy really needed. But at the same time, he wasn't trying to take advantage of me. He asked for everything before he grabbed it. And I just stood there. And all of these workers inside the building kept looking at me funny for helping him. And that's weird. That's going to happen to you when you're helping people. When you have it and you give it out and you're not being greedy, God will bless you. I was blessed at the pump with that woman, and I gave it to the boy that was sitting outside. You see how it works? And when I got home, a lot of things started unraveling for me, good and bad, but they weren't bad. They were good because things were starting to be revealed to me that I needed to see. It was different friendships that needed to fall off. A lot of truth started coming out. I needed to see that. So it seemed bad, but it wasn't. It wasn't. There was a whole goal behind this, okay? Look at this. Capricorn, you're lining up. You are lining up. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. Own your space with confidence. That's what happens when you own your space. Nobody can manipulate you. Nobody can come in and tell you nothing. Nobody can make you lose focus. Nobody can stop the ideas. Nobody can stop the downloads. Nobody can stop the planning. This is you planning. The Three of Wands is your ships are coming in. Here's the Two of Wands, you making plans for it. Nobody can stop that. That's where you're headed. You're headed to success because you're staying focused on what it is that you need to focus on. You're staying balanced. You're staying grounded. You're staying intuitive. You're giving out what needs to be given to the people, the places, and the things that it needs to be given to. Capricorn, this is no small feat. You are not a small person. You are big. As a matter of fact, a lot of times we hear Capricorn is the biggest zodiac in the zodiac signs, of all the zodiac signs. Look at that. The Emperor, you're owning things, okay? I know this is a Capricorn reading, but to me that Aries says a lot on the Emperor because that's a fiery sign. That's a sign that goes after what it wants. It doesn't take no for an answer. When it's aligned, it know it's aligned and you cannot shake it. And that is in the Capricorn reading. Okay, as a matter of fact, you have two Aries cards. You have two with this Two of Wands. Yeah, you have two Aries cards. And then you have the water, Cancer. And then you have a Taurus card right here. So you're just very grounded and you're very intuitive. This card is all about you staying in that vibe, that energy. Okay? So Capricorn, if you have any questions, if you want to book me as a life coach or you want a reading, a personal reading from me, the information is in the description box. Also, my Etsy store has life coaching material in it as well, little small courses to help you with the topics that are out there like codependency and different things like that. Once again, everything is in my description box. Also, I make sure that everything is affordable as well. But like I said, all the information is in the description box. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel. Send it to other Capricorns that are going through this. But the goal here is to stay confident in yourself and to understand why you need to stay confident in yourself. This is no small feat that you're doing, Capricorn. You're really onto something. I'm very proud of you, Capricorn, because these readings are a reflection of what's going on in the spirit realm with Capricorn. Okay, and this is what's going on with you. It's not that, oh, it's coming up. No, this is going on with you, Capricorn. This has been going on with you probably since the end of last year. Stay focused, okay? The whole thing basically is you staying focused because the abundance is coming. It's not a like it or not. You just like it. It's coming. And regardless of all the difficulties that you face, stay focused. All right, that is all I have for you, Capricorn. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know how this resonated. If it did, please share this with other Capricorn placements, and I will see you soon. And subscribe to this channel, please. Thank you.